Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to another episode of Quality Over Quarantine. We have a very special guest, an artist that's crept up on me. I didn't even see coming and just hit me some crazy bars. And I'm hoping that you lot listening, some of you have heard of her, some of you haven't, but I'm hoping that the ones who haven't heard of her, by that time you're finished this interview, you will know what time it is. So let me, without further ado, big up the one they call Tantrum. How you doing?
I'm good. Hi guys. Nice to see you all. Well, meet you all.
It's blessed, man. It's blessed. So let me go from the beginning. Yeah. So I think the first time I've heard your name before, but the first time I saw you perform was at a show. I think it was Seen and Heard, a Kingpin show, and MI was
Where's that
performing.
shortage?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's one of them ones where I just turning up. You're focused on your own thing. I'm just focused on my show, and it's the first time I've done certain songs as well. So I'm really just locked in. And they start doing the mic check, the sound check, and
Yeah.
I don't know if you were first or MI was first, but you come on and like again, let me explain. Let me break it down. Sometimes when you
Okay.
when you hear an artist, yeah, you might have heard a
Yeah.
song or you kind of know about the artist, and you're like, yeah, I think I'm like, yeah, I know, nah, I know Tantrum. I've heard the name, yeah, like I know what she does.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. And then you've gone on your sound check and you started rapping. Then I was just like, nah, wait, nah, that's not. That ain't like I don't know this. Nah, wait, what? Like, what's going on? And then you know what I mean. But like, you smack your bars and cool. And then the show like tore it down, and I was just like, nah, like I didn't even know.
Oh, bless you.
Like I knew you
Thank
was
you.
hard, but I must have like not even known. So that's how I came to find out who you were and what you did.
Okay.
So how did you? First of all, where are you from, and how did you get into the music game?
I'm from Jamaica, and how I got in was actually through dancehall. I
Right.
used to do dancehall when I was there, and then when I came here, I did grime.
Okay. So
Yeah,
when
and
did
that's the
you?
first time. Ah,
So when did you come to? When did you come from Jamaica? How long ago?
long time ago. I was 11.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when I was out in Jamaica, I did covers, and first lyric I wrote like of my own, it was on grime, and then after that I just thought, you know what, I actually really do want to do this, and then it just started ever since.
Right. So what
Yeah,
when you first got into grime, who were your influences, and what drew you to grime as well? Because obviously you're coming from Jamaica, which is the home of like all the genres that we do at the moment. So we're talking
flavors,
rap, hip hop,
flavors.
everything. Yeah. So what was it that
Yes,
made you go, all right, grime is where I'm getting into?
I think it's my peers. Everyone around me was doing grime, and the people that I was mingling with, they all did grime. And back in those days, it was like a youth center thing.
Right.
That's what we just, you know what I mean? You kill time, you go there, and you just want to spit and engage. So
Mm.
that made me just write even more bars. And I was like the only girl, I
See.
think. I was like the only girl. So it was just, I loved it. The energy, it was so energetic. Music
Yeah.
kind of brought us together. And then I fell in love. And now I can't live without
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So when was the first time I've been checking your music online and checking out your videos, and you've got a
Yeah.
project that you put out in 2018.
Yeah.
Um is that your first project, first time you releasing music on that level?
No. What are you talking about? Coldest winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first proper
Okay.
one that I put out. Yeah.
Okay. So how did that come about, and who produced
To
that?
be
And
honest, I was working with someone called Mr. A3. There's many names.
right.
Alex, Married to Music, and we partnered up and decided that he liked how I rapped as well.
Right.
And then we had a meeting, and he just had lovely ideas of how we could just get something really going.
Yeah.
And so we just started working on that. And before I knew it, to be honest, I've always had a catalog.
Right.
So when the idea came to drop a EP, we just done it. We just brought it together, and he actually named it. I never actually named
Same.
this
Okay.
EP.
Your style, yeah. So I guess like it's funny because nowadays we're kind of talking about the return of lyricism, the return of bars, and just people really putting effort into their craft and how they write. And
Yeah,
that's probably the first thing I noticed about the way what you do and how you do it. The level of writing is super high, and
thank you.
but where does
Thank
that come
you.
from? Because the thing is, like, we have this conversation all the time, me and my MC friends, and we talk about
Yeah,
God level pen, like the guys who can really go and really bar, and you know what I mean.
yeah,
And it's a everybody raps, everyone and their brother raps,
yeah.
everyone and their
Everybody raps,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
but not everybody raps, right?
yeah, exactly,
So,
exactly. I'm glad
but
you know you.
I'm because it's one of them things, man. Recognize real, and I don't even see
That's
myself
right.
as like that much of a, because for me, I don't always
Yeah,
dig into that bag all the time. A lot of times I'm just like, let me just go light and chill. But every time I hear you rap, you're going in. But where does that
yeah. I
come
can't
from?
help it, you know. I can't actually help it. So I grew up listening to real hip hop,
Mm,
not mumble rap or what they call it, drug rap. I didn't listen to that. I
yeah,
listened to shit like, real rappers like D
yeah,
Block and Dipset. There's so many names. Cassidy, he
yeah,
was so hard racking it. So it's like that's the caliber that was set. And
mm,
so they taught me without me even realizing. Do you know what I mean? The
yeah,
smoothness, I feel like I got that from Biggie. I
right,
was listening to Junior Mafia a lot, even in
mm,
Jamaica. My family is very international at the same time. So we
yeah,
got all the fresh music while I was there, anyways.
yeah,
So I think all these people collectively just influenced me without me actually realizing.
yeah,
And so when I write, it's like it's habitual. I
yeah,
have to put hard bars. Sometimes I make bars that I think is dead. And then when I'm chilling with a next rapper, a few of my rapper peers,
yeah.
they're like, what, you're just gonna dash that? I'm like, yeah, don't you think it's coming a bit soft? They're like, are you mad? It's so funny. So it's so weird. But yeah, man, I pressure myself when I write.
Right.
I feel like I'm a perfection. I try to perfect it to a T. And the funny thing is, there's not one bar that I'm actually completely happy with. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like, that one line, it just irritates me every time I hear it.
See,
But at the same time, we're in an era where you can't say too much because then too much goes over the consumer's head, should I say.
yeah,
And right now, it's not just about spitting bars to be the hardest. Like, I'm trying to transform into more of an artist where I'm selling. I
mm,
need to sell units.
yeah,
I have records to break. You see what I'm saying? I
yeah,
have shit to achieve. Like,
yeah.
my goal is very different. Sorry, can I even
You
swear on
can
here?
swear, man. Yeah, man. This is your platform. You do what you need to do.
Yeah, so I guess that's what gets me going. And
Yeah,
and to write bars sometimes, to write some of the sickest bars, you kind of slightly have to be on the insane side. So look, it's a thing that rappers don't really admit, but my brain just be doing a madness.
yeah, 100%. Because I feel like you have to see things from a different. It's like being a comedian.
That's
So
right.
a
Yeah,
comedian will see a plane crash and will be thinking of the joke in that, and
exactly,
that's the
exactly.
same when you're a rapper. You're thinking of like there's so many times I'll be in situations that are messed up, and in my mind I'm thinking this is gonna be such a good track, like
Yeah,
because
it's true.
that's the way kind of
Yeah,
like
different angles and dynamics. It's good.
yeah. So
Yeah, it is.
you kind of touch a little bit on where you want to go in the future, but I still want to stick with how you got to where you are now.
Yeah, it's cool.
The journey from becoming a grime MC and becoming part of I guess the music industry. How did you get into it, and how have you found it so far?
To be honest, it was easy with the grime because you had the legends around. I was around the legends like BWE, Footsie, all these people all the time.
Seeing. Okay.
So yeah, so you know what I mean. So and we went radio, deja vu, any what pirate radio station. That's how we used to put it.
Yeah,
Pirate
yeah,
any set. I was there. You know what I mean. And then I don't know. I was having a conversation with D Double one time, and it's a conversation I never forgot.
seeing.
And yeah, he was just like, "You say so much, you'd be sick at rap." Yeah.
Seeing.
So it's like he realizes that I was condensing what I'm trying to get out to meet with the tempo of grime. And he was like, yeah, you'd be sick on rap. And then I just did a rap bar one day and that was it. I was like, nah, I really love it. It gives me time to express and
Yeah.
the listeners can clearly hear. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then after that, it was a rap. I was out.
I think I hear that a lot of MCs say the grime was too constricting in what they wanted to say. And
That's right.
the rap tempo just kind of allows you to kind of sit with the bars, chill a little bit more, and express yourself more. And I think grime is for a different thing. It's the vibe, innit? The vibe. Grime is a jump up thing. Grime is a rave thing. Grime is a, you know what I mean? Inside.
Grime's the hype.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. So it's like there's a time and place for everything. Like
That's
the,
true.
The next album I'm working on, it started off as 100% grime album, and one of the things I liked about it was a lot of times when I make music, it's not made for the club. It's made for on the way to the club or on the way home from the club. But this was the first time I'm making music that's made for like in an environment where you're really getting down and having fun. So I understand the difference with the tempos.
That's right. It makes sense. And I mean, in a sense, I'm still dabbing in the grime because drill, I feel like, is a remixed version of grime, really.
Yeah.
It really is. It's just got an element of the hip hop in it, which I like.
Yeah.
Because now I can do both. You know what I mean? It's good.
It's funny as well, yeah, because everything they say about drill now, they said about grime then. And
Exactly.
It's just like a recycled version, and it's like, oh man, nah, these kids are mad. Like they need to stop. It's too violent, and it's like I remember them saying exactly the same thing about grime when it first
thing about rap. I'm telling you.
And if you go back before that, they said it about hip hop. So it's just like things just move in circles and cycles.
Yeah,
man.
it's true. With a little bit of salt on it.
Yeah, that's it. It just changes. I think the drill wave, I'm a big fan of, and I think it's that whole thing of you're doing something different. You're doing something you don't really want to do what your dad and your mum did. You want to do something different, and that's what they're doing. They're bringing something new to the flow. I love the flows. I love the slang. Like some
of the slang make me laugh. Yeah,
because they're gonna say anything, man. Yeah.
My favorite one right now was in the studio with Unknown T. I'm still learning them. You see what I'm saying? It's so weird, yeah? And he was putting something down and he did something and he said an ad-lib, but the ad-lib was swoosh. I said, what?
See, that's just a different vibe, man. Yeah. You got to love it. You got to love how the youngers move, man.
It's true.
So on the drill side of things, I guess that's something that you do as well. I think I saw the last freestyle you did.
Honest, I've never actually done drill until the EP that I'm working on now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I've done what? 5 drill tunes. The first drill I did was Pop Smoke, Welcome to the Party. That's my first ever drill.
See.
Yeah,
okay.
this is the one that's out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then since I did that, everyone was just saying, you need to do drill. I was thinking, I'm not really a fan and blah, blah. And then before you know it, people just kept on sending me beats until one beat, I was like, all right, then, okay, I can hear something. And then before you know it, I've got a whole EP coming soon.
I think that's cold, man, because I think with the sound, I would say that at the moment, drill is the predominant UK sound. And it's very UK. And I feel like any artist that gets on that wave is gonna do well. And I also feel like it's for someone who's I don't really like the word lyrical, but you know what I mean when I say it. But for an artist that is lyrical, it's like it's a dream come true because of the way it flows. You just got so many different pockets to ride, and the fact that and it's funny as well because obviously like if you talk about the origins of drill and the flows that most people use, they're quite similar. But when you bring those in and then add the other ones in as well, it just sounds so different. You're just like, oh, that's how drill's supposed to be done. So it's almost like it's a cheat code for people that can really rap. Because then it's just like,
basically,
I don't know.
And then it's a cheat code for people that can't really rap. Because I've heard some drill and it's actually really dead. But when you see the kids reacting and, you know, the youngers and that, they're moving like it slaps. So I'm just like, all right.
Yeah. But I feel like you kind of got like with drill, you got a paint by numbers type of thing as well. So there's certain subjects that you can touch on all the time. There's certain phrases you can say all the time that are going to work. And it's funny as well because obviously I'm looking at it from an old man point of view. And I'm like, oh, I see how that works. But at the same time, we had that when hip hop first started as well. There were certain things that we would say, I'm on the mic and I came to say, like, there were certain things that everybody would say, like, and now you're just seeing it in a different light, man. The energy is cold.
Well, the thing is, I think most of drill sounds similar. Only a handful of the drill artists stand out, and when they stand out, they really stand out. So I can appreciate them, you know?
Yeah. It's a few, I think, like new, not old drill, obviously like the old, I don't know, man, 410, 6-7, all those, they're cold. But I think like in the new wave of drill, I think Heady is one that's always stood out to me. I like Millions as well, man. Just started getting into him. Millions. I'm just like,
I like Millions. He actually has bars. He's actually saying something. It's insane.
It's crazy.
I will really tune while I'm cleaning my house.
You know what I mean? That's me, man. I'll be listening to drill music when I'm doing anything but drilling. Like, that's the
it's all right, man. It's all right. And the beats have such lovely bass.
Yeah,
it's really good.
All right, so this is another thing as well. Yeah, so you are from Jamaica.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of Jamaicans, we love bass, man. I don't know what it is, but in our music, as long as there's bass in it, we're like, yes, and I feel like that's, and like drill has that, the grime has that, dubstep has that, jungle music has that. It's like, as long as the bass is there, we're on it, man.
We're good. Yeah, it's true. It's true. And it's funny because drum and bass is touch and go for me.
Right.
It is, you know. Yeah, let me not just pretend. It's a bit touch and go.
But, okay, the difference between drum and bass, I had this conversation yesterday. The difference between drum and bass and jungle. Like, jungle, I've always liked. Drum and bass, I've always been a little bit like, cool. But I think, like, the original jungle to me has always been way more, I've just loved it way more. And I guess because it had that dancehall influence.
Element sometimes.
Yeah. So to me, that's always been... Yeah. That's a cheat code for me, man.
Yeah. The ones that had it more, I could endure. Not really. Yeah, I'm not really into it like that. Too fast paced for me, man. I'm a laid back kind of person, you know.
Do you know what I used to hate? Yeah, I used to hate. So this is back in the days, back in my naughty days, yeah, when I used to hit the clubs for other things than dancing. Like the best place to go to make money was the drum and bass raves, innit? And I used to hate it because the music was so loud and it would never stop. And it would just go on for hours. And I leave the rave at like 5, 6 in the morning and your ears would be not even ringing, your ears would be buzzing. Like you can't hear nothing. Yeah. I think that's
I couldn't stay in a rave for that long though. I couldn't stay that kind of music for that time. And you know the people that enjoy that music, they got energy.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, listen, it's not just energy they got, man. Not just natural energy they got. Big up my boy AC. Big up my boy AC, the drum and bass MC. We know how they do their thing, man. So coming into the game and being where you are now, you switched over. You're doing live shows. Well, up until the COVID locked everything off.
Yeah, yeah.
How has the pandemic changed your plans for what you were planning for 2020?
To be honest, it hasn't.
Okay,
It hasn't really changed my plans because I was planning to slow down. I'm
right.
trying to. All this time I've been trying to just come out the limelight for a minute, but
See,
it's not. It's happening, but not quite happening. So I do the frame Fridays, and I slowed it down because I felt like I needed to re-strategize.
mm,
I felt like I was giving out quality work, but I'm not reaching the consumers that I would like.
yeah,
So then I slowed down to work on the areas that I felt like needed improving, as well as the body of work.
okay.
Yeah, so I actually wanted to step out. I'm not really a social media person. Not
I've
really
noticed.
someone that. Yeah, I don't post because oh my God, it's Tuesday and last time I posted was Monday.
Yeah,
Can't deal with them things there. So it doesn't really affect me. But the plan was to kind of take a step back. And I'm kind of happy that I have because I've had to get my music business in order.
right.
Do you know what I mean? I own my own music
Yeah,
record label. Do you know what I
right.
mean? And that actually comes with a lot of administration work
Yeah,
and all these things. I just needed to get these things in order. Even when I get off the phone to you right now, I've got to go and deal with my accountant because the tax man is
yeah,
on us for what is required. So
yeah,
it's non-stop,
yeah,
So I just step back to focus, really focus. Because the next time I come, I don't want nothing less than the win. I have
yeah,
to win now.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's time to win. So yeah, so I'm calm right now with just
Cool.
working and making sure that the product is correct,
Mm,
making sure that the business aspect of things is correct, the production team, the producers. Like I'm like rest in peace. As Nipsey Hussle will say, he's crossing the T's and dotting the I's. So
mm.
am I, man.
When
Right
you
now, that's what I'm on.
when you talk about taking the break to making sure that things are correct and it's how things are supposed to be, what are the kind of things that you felt you needed to work on um,
I think
to level up?
so. For me, I felt like marketing and promotion was is actually one of the biggest factors of my whole thing that I'm trying to do right now. I feel like
Mm,
that was a major thing that I needed to look at. It's one thing being able to give out content, put out content, and it's funny. Some people can just do no marketing and know people in the game, and those people put them on. And then you have people like me that everybody knows in the game, but they're not trying to show no love like that. And
mm,
if you don't wanna, you don't have to.
yeah,
So I ain't gonna sit and mope around. I have to win for me. So I'm not waiting for someone to come in and bring me in. I'm
yeah,
gonna make sure I kick off that fucking door.
yeah,
And then when I get there, certain man just can't talk to me. That's why my bars is never about hitting up the gal them in the game. There we have so much we have like 0.2% of females in the game compared to this male dominated game.
yeah,
I ain't got time to be looking at a sister.
yeah, yeah,
Right now, the competition's real. And when I come through, because the people that have held my career back, they ain't females. Yeah,
right,
it's all
right,
been males. So that's why the aggression's in the bars, and that's why I come acting like that because niggas need to know.
mm,
And when I come this time, I'm gonna fucking bust it open. I'm not
yeah,
actually playing. So I can sit back and let everybody can do what they need to do. I don't feel like nobody's gonna come and take my moment. Everybody's moment is their moment. That's how I see it.
mm,
So right now, I just feel like I need to work on that aspect of things, get all my business in order, and now I'm getting people in position so they play their cards right. And I made a mistake to kind of surround myself with those that love me. Yeah, when it comes to doing business,
right,
you surround
okay,
yourself with people that love you when it's time for family and when it's time for love. But when it's time for business, you have to surround yourself with business-minded people
listen,
so
they
that the
say
grind don't stop.
they say
And then business-minded people have to be loyal.
yeah,
Yeah? Yeah, like I only want loyal and real niggas around me. Cause I'm a real nigga. I'm a real woman, as they would say. I ain't got no fucking decorum when it comes to this hip hop thing and when the passion kicks in. I ain't got time to put on no facade. If a guy's gonna like me, he's gonna like me. I'm not here to sell sex. I drop bars. It's like 70%, 75% of my audience are males.
Same.
Yeah, I hardly have females in there, but I notice how a few people move when they're speaking and they have to be this and they have to be that. I just tell you the reals, and the reals is more time I could have made it, but a lot of people blocked me coming in.
Same.
And I've been robbed. I've been robbed twice in the industry.
Damn.
Twice, man robbed me for money. Yeah, big names out there. And people feel like I ain't gonna do nothing, but you know what it is? Beefing ain't the objective. Yeah, the legacy is the objective.
Yep.
So I need to focus and get that done. But I wouldn't suggest that anybody mess around right now, because I'm dwindling in a place that you fuck about and your shit will go left. So, you know what I mean? And it's all about learning right now. It is. It's all about learning and adapting. Don't make a mistake if you ain't gonna learn from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is where I'm at right now, and that's what I've been working on, really.
It's like you were saying about being with the right people. I say this to my daughters all the time. You rob banks with bank robbers. You find the people that you're supposed to be working with that do those things. And I feel like there's, especially in music, I know it's really hard, but another thing I say is the most important part of your progression is your team. And having the right team around you is going to either make you or break you. The hardest part of the game is finding a team that works. And a lot of us, what we do is we reach who's close to us. Whoever's closest to us, we grab them. And that's a lot of times. Sometimes it works. Other times it's not the correct way.
And for me, I feel like I've tried that approach, and I don't feel like, you see, because it's your dream. People might see the talent and know that you have the capability to do incredible things, but it doesn't mean that they have that drive that you have. Do you see what I mean? They don't have the drive like you have. It's just there for maybe emotional support, or they're just seeing it because they believe it, but that's as far as it goes. When it comes to doing the grits and going even further, people fall off.
Yeah.
People have other things that they wanna go and do. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like you can't work with a team like that. You need a team that is focused on you while you're focused on the journey. And collectively you reach the end of that path. You make that journey. You reach the finish. And once you reach the finish, then you're like, all right, the world is ours. What do we want to do next? What we're going to invest in next? What we're going to give them next? How are we going to make a mark in music history? And that's what I'm saying. And not everybody that you're around will actually be thinking like that. And right now, I am starting to build a team and a new family. And I have a good feeling about them. But I've been through so much that I don't jump guns.
Yep. Same.
Right now, I don't jump no gun, and I don't rely on nobody really but myself. Because you know what I notice? If ever I really need something done, I get that shit done myself. You know what I mean? So right now, it's just about seeing if people are on the same level playing as you are, really. And if they ain't, there's no hard feelings.
Yeah.
But a lot of artists, more time, they get themselves entrapped in a certain situation, hoping that the team will realize, or that person will realize. You can't do that as an artist. You have to believe in yourself. Sometimes you have to go and get the win on your own. They say it's a lonely road to success, and it really is. It really is. Even I have plenty of people to speak to, but I'm still a loner. And the funny thing is, I've been on the journey by myself for so long that I like being a loner. See what I'm saying? I'm antisocial. I'm antisocial. Now I can't deal with the social because I'm antisocial.
It's like looking in the mirror, you know. It's everything you're saying. This is something I say every day. I'm just like, this energy is mad. Nah, carry on. Sorry. Carry on. It's
just like you just learn to adapt to every situation. And if you can go through situations on your own, you don't. Nobody can dangle a string over your head. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody can make you be in a position where you feel like, oh, I have to stay here because if I don't stay here, this. Nah, have your own. Believe in
Yeah.
yourself, and that's how I feel right now. I believe in myself fully. Fully, nothing is actually stopping me, but what I've told you is stopping me. And when I get those things in order, I am coming full force because this is not only for me, this is for my family.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And my family, they believe in me, and really and truly, they're not here. They're all back home.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like I can't come here and not win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss them all the time. I miss them every day. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, speak to me about that feeling, yeah, because I don't think a lot of second generation, like me, I'm second generation Jamaican, yeah. So my dad, his parents came over here, but he was born over here.
Okay.
I was born over here. So
yeah,
the mindset is different.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
is.
funny because people say it's almost like become a stereotype where they say about the Jamaican work ethic is different.
Yeah,
and also having that idea of, like you just said, my family is back home. Yeah, they're not
that's right.
here. They're at home. It's a different
That's
a
right.
different place from where you are now. So
Yeah,
again, there's a different weight on your shoulders to be like,
exactly.
I am taking some stuff here and I am going home with it, and I am not leaving
That's
here
right.
without these things. So how does that play into the mindset of what you're doing as far as like the music game?
To be honest, it's like a incentive. It's one of my biggest incentives. Along with the life I live, I want to change my life as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My life ain't perfect. Like I sacrificed so much things that I could have achieved early in life
Yeah.
just chasing this dream. I put bags into this dream
Yep.
just to go through the learning curve. You understand? I've lost bags. I could have and that's the thing. I'm not a materialistic person.
Yeah.
And even when I have money, I've been so humble and grounded. I'll never be that person. I'd rather invest in properties, land, businesses. I'll never be that person. I won't go out, and even if I have the money, I'm not going out to buy no fucking £1,000 bag. Do you feel what I'm not doing it. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I was living before without it. I just needed money to set up shop and set up my family. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it is tough, and you just have to train yourself, discipline yourself, because there's times when I crumble, man. That's why I don't spit emotional bars. They say everybody has trauma, and I feel like that's my trauma.
Yeah.
My trauma is holding my pain. That's how I'm tantrum. That's why I'm always angry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm always angry because my pain is mixed with darkness.
Yeah.
Inside it's all turmoil, and on the outside I treat everyone lovely. Me, I'm a lovely person, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a cunt, and I'm not a diva. Even though I get called a diva, because you know when I establish myself, because niggas think you're nice, so they want to fucking try you.
Yeah.
Then I'm the diva and I'm the bad guy, and I'm sorry. I'll take that. I don't care, because I gave you the kindness.
Yeah.
I gave you the opportunity. You know what I mean? I accepted you, but you wanted to fuck up, and that's what I'm saying. So for me, I've had a lot of pain inside that I'm holding, and I've used it. I've used it as fuel. Even some of my bars, some of the hardest stuff I write is from all this pain that's inside. Trust me. You know what? More time, my biggest threat is myself. I think it's for everyone. Everyone's biggest threat is themselves.
Yeah.
Because if I listen to the anger inside, and just like that, it could go left. Do you know what I mean?
So what keeps you grounded, though? What keeps you grounded?
My family, man.
Yeah.
My family keeps me grounded. Because then I'd have nothing to lose, innit? Do you know what I mean? I'd have nothing to lose, but I love my family and I can't disappoint them.
Yeah.
You know? Can't disappoint them at all.
One of the things I've I guess the narrative over the last couple of years is this idea of black women having a voice, not just in music, but having a voice in the world in general.
Exactly.
And someone said something to me the other day, a little while ago, and they were saying how when it comes to black men,
Yeah,
Black men always have somebody to lean on. So they will always have
that's
a
right.
black woman in their life that if it goes wrong, whether it be a sister, a mum, auntie, grandma, they'll always have that. But a lot of times with black women, they're there where the buck stops. There's no one behind them. It's just them.
That's
They're the ones
right.
there holding
That's
everybody
right.
else up. Do you feel that in your day-to-day life, and how does that affect you? Actually, no, forget the music
It's
thing. Do you
funny.
feel that in
It's
your
funny
day-to-day
because
life?
that's my little, that's like my little thing I have going right now.
Mm,
Every time somebody has something to say, because obviously I'm not sure of getting with someone. There's always someone that wants to be with me. Yeah.
mm,
But I've just after going through, as you said, the male will have the woman to lean on. But when the woman is strong, sometimes the male doesn't know how to deal with her. Do you understand what I mean? So
yeah.
they feel intimidated. And that's what I've struggled with going through that.
Mm,
And then I sat down because I'm a person, I don't like to sit and feel pity for myself. I'm always strategizing a way out. And it made one day I was just sitting down thinking, why are you stressing? Because the objective is to make money and
mm,
to become legendary and become something great. Yeah. Like leave something behind.
yeah.
Yeah. And then I said to myself, if you can name me one great woman in history that had a great man behind her, then go on and get your man. And I can't. But every great man in history had a great woman behind them. Don't
Facts.
fuck with the thing. It's a real thing. I'm telling you, when I pose it and I drop it to people, it's just quiet. It's complete silence. All the proper women that have achieved crazy in this world, yeah, black women, let's just stay there if you want. Look at Oprah.
Mm,
She ain't ever had a decent relationship in her life.
mm,
You know why? Because she's powerful.
yeah.
When you have a real queen, sometimes the black man just he doesn't know how to handle that because he knows that his job is to be the protector. But you should protect her. But you can sleep knowing that if shit go down, she'll protect you. That's the
But
difference.
then, but this is the thing though. So like the narrative, yeah, is the man should be the protector. But if we look at history, we know that it's not. It's the women. The women have been protecting from day one, like
Exactly.
all the way through. So it's like
Exactly.
it's almost like we get the crown of it. You're the protector,
Yeah.
but ain't doing no protecting. Like
Exactly.
and we see it
More like
every day.
becoming insecure. I don't know, man. There's multiple factors plays
Yeah.
into why the black male is the way he is. You understand?
Mm,
Society hasn't been kind to him, and he's not secure about who he is. He's not
100.
confident in who he is.
Mm,
Do you know what I mean? And that can reflect in his roles when it comes to the whole dynamics of the male and female and the
yeah.
family unit. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like
Yeah.
everything kind of plays a part, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not out here trying to bash men or
Nah,
anything
not at
like that.
all. I'm a black
Yeah,
man. I'm
my
proud.
thing is
Like
just my
it's
thing is just for me. I've never seen a great man behind a good man behind a great woman.
mm,
So you know what that teaches me? That teaches me I need to go get what I need to get.
yeah.
And if afterwards I meet someone, which is unlikely,
Yeah.
then I'll just yeah. But I told you I'm very antisocial.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm really antisocial. It's literally money, work, move,
Yeah.
push. Money, work, move, push, achieve, go get
Mm,
it. That's just my cycle.
yeah. How do you stay motivated as well? Because one of the problems I have is I do a lot, yeah. And people from the outside, people are always like, "Rah, man's always working, man's always hustling," and that is true. But at the same time, there's always a few times a year where I feel burnt out, and I'm just like, and I always in my mind, I'm always thinking, "Oh man, I could be doing more." Like, okay,
That's
I'm
right.
doing this show, but I'm like, I could be doing another show as well, because I was free
Yeah,
from
it's
7
true.
to 8, so I could have done. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do you stay motivated to do all the things that you do?
First of all, the things that you go through is good. That's where winners come from.
Mm,
This is the path of winners. Winners are never satisfied.
yeah.
We go the braziest and we're never sat. Everybody else is happy, but
Yeah.
inside we're trying to work out a next way to do more.
Yeah.
I love that feeling. It irritates the fuck out of me, but it's also I love it as well because it gets me going.
Yeah.
I push because of it. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? So for me, motivation comes from my close friends.
Mm.
Yeah, some of my closest friends, and outside that, I get motivation from within.
Right.
Like I'll be feeling mad low, and no one knows outside maybe my best friend and my other girl,
Mm.
and that's about it. Nobody really knows what's going on. So what I do now is then I train the mind. I listen to a lot of motivational speeches. Yeah,
Okay.
like I can go through the whole day
Yeah.
just listening to that,
Who do you listen
and
to?
every time, huh?
Who do you listen to? Like what motivational speakers or what?
I like the compilations.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because I feel like it's good to have variety. You can
Yeah.
listen to one person. I do have a favorite. I can't remember his name right now. It's a
Ah,
black
okay.
man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is it
but
Eric Thomas? Nah, not the hip hop preacher.
um,
Or what's the other guy? Something Brown. Oh man.
yes, Brown. It's Brown.
What's his?
Yeah,
I can't remember
I
his
can't
name.
remember
But the
exactly.
American guy, he's like a preacher, man. Hey, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Exactly. But I realized that when I listen to the collective motivational speeches,
Mm.
everybody brings in a different element to how they overcame something,
Yeah.
and it's nice to hear. And I had a compilation that had, I think it's Tahiji, that
Okay.
actress,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and and she said some deep stuff in the segment that they gave her on the recording, and you know what? And it's just stuck with me,
Yeah.
and it's just like, and I only listen to three.
Right.
I don't need more than three. One is never quit. Um, the other is you're responsible for your own self,
Mm.
and what's the other one? Can't even remember. I think it's something about because they all kind of intertwine with
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
messages
Yeah.
that they're sending. But they never quit, and you're responsible for your
Mm.
own self. Them things they touch me different because I've been growing as a person, as a woman. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Emotionally, physically, just trying to get my mental state correct.
Yeah.
And I'm a person that deals with soul. And when my soul is bothered, everything's F.
Yeah.
Everything's upside down. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I always have to give my soul attention or
Mm.
it just doesn't work.
Nah, that's deep, man.
Yeah.
I think I see that in your future as a motivational figure, because I feel like the direction that you're moving in, it's a story, and this is like it's the beginning of something great. Like, and just
Yeah.
from listening to your music, to me, I'm always like I said, yeah, the music can be on point, but we've seen people come in the game and leave in the game and not get the things they're supposed to get because the mindset wasn't correct. But
Yeah.
your mind is so sharp and focused that I always feel like once you got your direction, nothing's stopping you. Like once you know where you're going,
That's
you're
right.
like
Exactly.
you'll most probably get there. Just the way it's just the way I see it, man. I'm a big believer in the law of attraction. I'm a big believer in
I believe in law of attraction as well.
yeah. So once you
Yeah.
set your mind to
Yeah.
something and you're putting in the work and you're putting in the
Exactly.
groundwork,
Exactly.
that's how it goes, man. That's
That's
how it
it.
goes.
That's it. That's it. And that is really how it goes. And step by step, I'm a person. Today I posted on my WhatsApp. I saw a little meme that says that you have to celebrate the little wins. I'm a person that don't celebrate the little wins.
Same.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying because it's winners like us. That's what I'm saying. You have a winner's mentality. People that are winners, it's just never satisfied. You
Nah.
just think, you know what? That's one TikTok, but actually there's a whole list still to go. And it's not that we're ungrateful. We embrace it. We
Yeah.
take it in. But it's just, there's still work to do. So let's
Yeah.
not celebrate. Let's not slack.
Yeah.
Let's now strategize for what's next. And that's how I kind of move. And I was saying on my status that, you know what? You need to kind of embrace it a bit more. But why? You know, sometimes that's the battle I'm having right now. Why and how do you celebrate it? What? By telling the whole world? What celebration? It's already internally celebrated. Do I need to bring it up? Do you know what I mean?
It's funny you say that, yeah. So I am exactly the same. So some of the biggest things I've done, I do, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you did that," and I'm just like, like obviously when I was coming towards it and getting it, I was happy to get it, and once I got it, I was like, yes, but it's done now. I'm on to the next thing. So it's like the idea of being like, yo, I did this. But what I've learned is two things. The first thing is sometimes in this game, perception is everything. So a lot of times the me posting what I've done ain't even for me. It's for everybody else. It's like, because like what you were saying earlier before, you're about to fuck the game up. But there's so many people that are acting like they can't see you. And I post it because I said this the other day. At this point in time, it takes more energy to ignore me than it does to accept what I'm doing and acknowledge me, right? And that's why I do it. I'm just like, listen, advert, TV, Netflix, all that stuff. That's there. I'm here doing this, but I'm not celebrating it like, oh, this is. I'm onto other things already. Like people don't even know about. And another thing a guy said to me when
I feel like blessings come better that way.
They do. You know what I mean? I feel that as well because it's like
I feel like blessings is good when you're just humble with it and you don't have to come out and give out your whole rap sheet. That shit jars me. I hate when someone introduces themselves and they go OTT with how many things they've done. Like, what's it doing for me right now? It's not allowing me as a person to know you. I need to know you. Say hi. Let me get your vibe. Let me see your aura. They just come in with this whole rap sheet. Yeah. I've done this. Man's done this.
Yeah.
Relax.
And another thing is, I feel like it's what was I gonna say? Actually, forget that bit. Another thing, one of my boys told me, he was like, I remember telling him, I was saying, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm trying to get here, and he was like, yo, bruv, enjoy the journey. Like, enjoy the journey.
That's what we're saying now.
Yeah, and it's like, it is super hard. It's super hard, but I've also noticed that when you talk about the blessings, so like the blessings aren't just getting to where you're going. The blessings are the journey. The blessing is the scenery on the way there. And
yeah, that's right.
A lot, and that's another thing as well, because of the kind of people that we are. Getting there is never going to be the thing. It's because we're always moving to the next thing. So for us, it has to be like, no, what do you appreciate on the way there? And it is really hard, but I've learned to be like, nah, do you know what? Let me appreciate what I'm doing on the way. What I was going to say before as well was, sometimes I feel like I know people that have done big things and they love talking about these big things they've done, but the big thing they did was in 2010 or even earlier, and it's like, it's done, man. It's gone. You're living in the past, and it's like, no. What have you done lately? Yeah. So there's a lot there, man. But
and even if you haven't done nothing lately, what are you planning and intending to do? Man. Yeah, a lot of people still want to just hold on to certain things, and I just feel like, nah, you don't progress that way.
Yeah.
You know, you don't progress that way. And you know, there's a few people out there like that. You can tell that Drake has that kind of mentality. Look how much achievements Drake has achieved. But you don't hear him come talking about how many Grammys he's won. He's thinking about, how am I going to smash everybody out the fucking park so I can get the next #1 album? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like, winners don't brag, man.
And it's funny, Drake's a good example as well, because Drake, you listen to his early music. I was listening to I Just Want to Be Successful. I was playing that the other day, and I'm listening to no, it wasn't even that. It was the other. It was Dreams Money Come By. Dreams Money Come By. And I'm listening, and he says I don't know. He says something about I want Saudi money. I want art money. But this was like, because he says I got house money, I got car money, I want Saudi money, I want art, and it's like, rah, you're there now. But you was already looking at it like way back. You always see that in his music. It's always about, I am going to this place next. It's always about progression and also really understand.
Because nobody would have told us that he would have come out doing Spanish tunes and all these things here. But now he's a London man.
Yeah. He killed it, man. Come on. On the drill thing. Drake killed it.
He's a Londoner. Like, trust me, I like people that adapt. It's good to adapt. Some people see it as a threat only because They're comfortable being comfortable.
Yeah.
Drake is comfortable being uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
that's what works.
Yeah.
That's the real thing. That's what you need to be comfortable in,
Mm.
being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been in that position for music for a very long time as well.
Mm.
And I feel like a lot of people that enter my life or is in my life doubt that I'll make it, as time goes on. And I'm not saying that I've never had those thoughts myself,
Mm.
but it's like I wasn't in the right mind myself to see why you would be thinking that and what exactly you think would be hindering you from not achieving.
Mm.
But I've seen a lot of people that I've come across that I know they think that I'm not gonna make it. And when I make it, they're gonna be the ones to say the most things, give the biggest speeches, the
Mm.
everything. And the truth is your breath ain't worth nothing because when I was doing it, you was sitting on the sideline, neither cheering or appearing. You
Just
get what I'm saying? A lot of these people.
yeah.
A lot of these people.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have to really focus on what I'm doing and try to achieve everything I'm achieving. People look at me crazy for the ambition I have because it doesn't just stop at music. I'm not just gonna go in and oh yeah, I want to be the. And that's the thing in it. A lot of rappers do it because they want to be the best rapper.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like the fans choose who is the best
Yeah.
rapper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm confident in myself, and I feel like I'm harder than most. It's
Yeah.
fine. But is it my objective? Is that what I'm ultimately trying to achieve? No, I'm trying to get in to better myself, put me in the real monopoly.
Yeah.
The real chess of life,
Yeah.
and then I can go from there. There's so much things. I have so much talent.
Mm.
There's so much things that I can go into, branch out and make something a name in everything,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what I intend to do. That's exactly what I intend to do.
Well, I'm convinced, man. I'm convinced. You ain't got to convince me. Like yeah, I mean, like I see the passion, I hear the passion, and
Oh,
I
bless
don't
you,
see,
Kate.
I don't see no barriers in your way, and I would hate to be the person in standing in your way, like, because boy, they're gonna get their head taken clean off,
Yeah, I'm
like,
telling you. And right now, I'm just getting everything ready,
yeah,
and some things I won't be able to achieve just like that. It's gonna take a little bit of time.
mm,
It's gonna take a little piece of time. So once that is achieved, we keep the march going because it's still going, isn't it? I'm
yeah,
still doing the little movements required,
yeah.
but once everything's patterned, I'm making the move.
So
I'm not
when's
rushing nothing ever again.
yeah, just doing your thing. I feel like, so obviously
Yeah.
you've had the setbacks already, and it's like you've learned. This is a good thing though, because I feel like sometimes when you get the knockdowns and the setbacks, you
Yeah,
don't. They say sometimes you lose, sometimes you learn, and it seems
that's
to me
right.
like you've learned from the mistakes, and all it's done is made you stronger and more focused
Basically,
um
that's
on
right.
on your goal.
Basically, that's you wrapped it up right there. I don't know how to quit though.
Yeah,
I don't know how to quit. Believe me, I've thought about it. I don't know how to quit. I say I'm quitting, and then I'm back doing some bullshit.
yeah. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. 100%, man. I tried to
Sometimes
quit.
I don't actually know how to give it up, man. Shit, and that's
Mm,
in everything, in
yeah,
anything that I do.
yeah,
I don't know how to quit, and I always try to do my best. And it's not every time I do my best that it comes out how I might have depicted it
yeah,
or seen it happening. But I feel like what's meant to be is meant to be. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, 100%. So let's you kind of covered a lot of ground. One of the things I love, yeah, I love
Yeah,
when hearing the music is one thing, and kind of
yeah,
understanding the mind behind it again is a cool thing that I can gather from the music. But hearing the like the talking to you, yeah, and hearing
yeah.
the person behind what's happening, it makes way more sense as well now. Because now it's like, oh, all right, cool. Like I get why it comes through the mic so powerful, because the person behind it ain't bullshitting. Like this is really, really
Some
you.
real
This
stuff.
is yeah. Like all right, cool.
But this is I don't know. It's like a good thing but a curse at the same time because I'm in a game where I'm like this tiny little thing, and I come through my voice comes through so heavy. So when so it's great because I have the element of surprise,
Yeah.
but then it also creates the doubters. I don't worry about the doubters
No.
anyways, isn't it? But it also creates the doubters, and in this day and age, it's like they don't feel like female is on crud. They feel like every female is just out there sucking dick or shaking ass
Mm.
or some sort of some. And I feel like, and it's also that hinders me as well because I come in and I come on some G shit. Do you know what I mean? Whereas other females, they'll just do whatever is required to get there. Whereas I can't do that. Like I say, if I'm not right in my soul, it's not gonna work. Yeah.
I
You know what I mean?
see. I think it's the other way around. So there's at the moment we have an abundance of black female rappers, yeah, and it's a
Yeah,
beautiful time. It's
it
cool.
is.
I love it, yeah. But at the same time, the aesthetic is becoming very samey. That's not a problem because again, the guys are
Very
exactly
what?
the
What did
same
you
as well,
say?
like very much the same, like looking the same,
Okay.
and having a kind of a same from the outside, from a distance. A lot of things look the same, but again,
Yeah,
that's not a problem because me and almost every other male rapper, we all look the same as well. We all got the same
that's
aesthetic,
true.
so
Yeah.
that's not a problem. It's only a problem now because it seems new. But I think there's like you said, the categories of MCs. It's like, are you a gangster? Are you I want to be Cardi B when the stripper vibe? There's something you said on one of your rhymes here when you said about I can't be on road, I got kids or something, and
That's right.
I was just like, to me, because I have whole songs on that same thing. I say
Yeah.
you won't see me in the street with a tool, son. You'll more likely see me on the school run. Like, so I
That's right.
understand that, yeah, and
Yeah.
I always feel like this is the part that's missing because what we have here is
Yeah.
a strong black woman speaking real sense, and to
Yeah.
me, that's what we need and what
But
we
it
want.
is in truth. It is in truth. You know, and my little one saved me. You know what I mean? I was reckless. Come on, I'm from Jamaica. Come over here. For me, this is like it's very easy over here. You know, their badness is it's easier.
Yep.
Like we were bad because we didn't have it.
Yep.
Over here they have it, but it's but trying to be bad. So I
Yeah.
was reckless. I was moving. I was moving absolutely mad, and I said, you know what? The amount of shit I've done, the things that these men are talking, all these drill kids are talking about foods and boxes and all these stuff. Let's not talk too much on these things. 'Cause we've done
Allegedly,
everything.
allegedly, allegedly. Yeah. We
But
know.
it's, I tell you what, it's nothing that I don't know of.
Yeah. Yeah.
To a point where I started to calm down and but was still around it.
Yeah.
Like I would say the majority of my friends are males. So that's what I'm saying. So men don't frighten me. It's very hard for you to frighten me, and you must be popping up where I didn't see you on the side, and you must have the metal in your hand. That will frighten me. But you can't bark at me, and I'm gonna be scared. It's. I've seen so many things. So, and that's what I'm saying. And I'm still writing. When I write from that place of pain
Yeah.
and that place of experience. Because to let go of something that you've always known is very difficult. And
Yeah.
I had to just let that go because I don't know, man. Some people don't. Some people stick in it, but some people they're presented with something, and you have one of two choices, yeah. And whichever you choose, whatever comes after that is the consequences that it will lead to, in it,
Yeah.
yeah. And I chose to be a better person for my child as well. I changed. I changed a lot. Like I literally disappeared. I went through a process whilst I was pregnant at the time, and I said, "What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna have the kid in the trap yard?" I said, "Later, I'm out." And I was thinking about how I turned out. I
Yeah.
had like my family back home is really big,
Yeah.
and I got loads of cousins. Yeah, got brothers. I got a few brothers as well. Yeah. Some here, some back home. And
Right.
it's like, but in the gang, I was always the only girl. In any
Right.
gang, I'm always the only girl. Do you know what I mean? So it was
See.
just like, yeah, for me coming over here, and then I met some real niggas of my come up over here. Some real guys that could have taken advantage, or well, could have tried to take advantage,
Yeah.
but they never. It was never that. It was never ever that.
Mm.
They just looked after me so
Yeah.
much. Do you know what I mean? And then I grew out of that, and then I had to disappear off that scene
Yeah.
because, like, I see, like, and that's what I'm saying. And you know, when you're young and you get thrown into things, you don't realize what you actually have in front of you.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And I've been presented with a lot of money opportunities and stuff that I just blew it. And I'm young. I just didn't even care
Yeah. Yeah.
because nobody was there to teach me about investing in your future.
Mm.
If I'd known then what I know now, I'd be an entirely different person. And that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And sometimes your upbringing and who is your parent matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you might have the kid that has the parent that is very informative and tries to teach them about life, but they're hard of hearing.
Yep.
Then you got the child that if you actually taught would implement that and strategize and become something really successful in life. But I never
Yeah.
had that.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, first I was grown by my dad,
Yeah.
yeah, when I was young. And now I'm getting grown by a man that he don't know what the hell to do with a little girl.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So now it's like we're learning together.
See.
Then I come to a mum who, when I was young, I was angry at her a lot, but I realized that she was learning herself.
Mm.
She was still learning. As
Yeah.
old as she was still learning about life in
Yeah.
certain ways. And then what did that lead me to do? That left me to grow myself.
Yep.
It's been a really weird life, which I'm happy about because I feel like all of that made me who I am.
Yeah.
The resilience that I have is from how I was brought up, you know?
Yeah. It's so funny, yeah, because like there's certain things that you've said. So speaking about when you said the kid who has the parents that can show them the way but don't listen, yeah. That was
That's
me.
right.
That was me, yeah. Like, and another thing you mentioned as well is about the difference between people that people back home, yeah, are in situations they don't want to be in, and they're doing things to get out of those situations. Where a lot of us, me included, are in good situations but are finding themselves in bad situations. Like, for what though? Like, for I don't even.
For what?
Yeah, and it's
but
definitely.
As you've grown, I'm sure you've looked back at it and thought, I was moving mad myself. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
And I feel like sometimes some of the answers doesn't come. It comes with time.
Mm.
Time has to happen for you to realize. Because when you're actually in it, you don't realize at the time.
Nah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I did a lot of crazy stuff, and when I think and I panic if just to think about my child doing some of the stuff that I was doing.
Listen,
mad.
It's
mad.
I got a 16-year-old daughter. I got a 16-year-old daughter, and I think back to what I was doing at 16, and I don't want to around none of them, man. You get me, like? So it's definitely one of them things when you look back and you're like,
and now we realize certain things that our parents are saying that was like, it's relaxed. No, it's not relaxed. It's crazy. That's crazy.
It's so you just dropped so much knowledge, man. So much knowledge. It's been incredible. So what do you have planned for the rest of this year, as far as, like, you said you're not rushing the next project?
I'm not rushing, yeah.
So are you looking to drop something soon or next year?
I am gonna try and give them something. I was gonna give them something off the project.
Right.
And then I paused and thought, we did. Don't do that. Wait, just keep building up. So I'm still gonna be active. I'm still gonna be shooting videos. I'm still gonna be in the studio. I'm still gonna be doing everything. Social media just ain't gonna get it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give you guys a mad gem.
Okay.
To take you guys out of 2020.
Okay.
It's actually being worked on right now with the new team. It's only a freestyle.
Okay.
Don't
say only a freestyle, because I hear your freestyles. They're not freestyles like you're just giving little like things. What's the one I see the other day? The flyover. Like, I was like, nah.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's This is one of my favorite freestyles, anyways, out
Okay.
of all the freestyles that I've done this year. I'm trying to get it on a bigger platform, but I'm
Right.
not waiting on that platform.
Okay.
So if it doesn't work with my time frame
Yeah.
that I'd like to have it out in, I've already got my plan B to
Right.
get it out.
Okay.
So they have us, yeah, I'm just giving them a certain amount of time to decide or see what happens.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I already have plan B ready,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go for it with this freestyle. It's like an introduction to 2021, basically.
Nice. 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 Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nah, man.
And the EP has a spin on it, but I can't disclose that
Cool.
either.
Cool.
But
Cool.
the
We're good.
EP is called Dots. I'll give you that. So
Okay.
the EP the EP the EP that's coming is already named. It's called Dots.
Serious. Serious.
And it's the actually the secret is in the name, but you'd have to meditate it to clock, yeah?
Right. Right.
And dots is actually abbreviated for drilling on the swing.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's all I can give you there.
Jeez. Jeez. Exclusives. Yeah. You heard it here first, people. You heard it here first. Nah, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it's coming.
listen. I've always been like I said, seen a name, seen you do things, and before this interview was a fan of the music. After this interview, I'm a fan of the person. Like,
Wicked. Thank you.
I'm cheerleading, yeah. Like, I don't know what your camp is called, yeah. What the stands are called, yeah. Like Tantrumites or whatever. I don't know what
Team Royals, isn't it?
team what?
Team Royals.
Team Royals,
That's
yeah.
why I always give a love heart and a crown. Because to me,
See,
every person's a king and a queen. You know, every woman is a queen, every man is a king.
yeah.
Every child is a princess or a prince. We're all royal. Do you feel me?
Listen,
They call me the queen, but it's reciprocated and given back. You're a queen too, baby. You know what I mean?
listen. I'm wearing them crowns now for real, because yeah. I mean, you've inspired me as well, man, to just be like, I need to be on it more. I need to be moving more, man. So but yeah, I wanna thank you for your time.
That's all right.
I want to thank you for the knowledge that you've imparted. I want to thank you for your passion and just everything you bring to the game. As far as like somebody like me who really appreciates the bars, appreciates the work you put into your pen, love that.
Yeah.
But also just the energy, the passion I think it's what we need, man. Like, it's what we need. We need leaders. And,
proper people that know what they want to do and stuff like that. I know what you're saying. And I'm grateful for you having me on the show. And the funny thing is, when you did DM me, I told you about that anti shit, right?
yeah.
I said, yeah, you're gonna...
But you know, listen. Do you know what? You're professional though. You're pro with it, and that's what I like. Like, you know what I mean? There's little things I get as well, and it's so funny actually, yeah. Because this week has been the first week where I've done the show, and every day has been a female artist. And what I've noticed, what I've noticed different from the female artists is that they are just so much more on point. Like, everything has to be. There's no room for error. And I feel like it makes so much more sense when speaking to you of the way your mindset is. And I say this as well, how you do anything is how you do everything. And I can just tell by the way you move, it's levels, man. You're just hitting on a higher level than most of us are.
Thank you. And thank you for having me. I appreciate you having me on the show. I actually was excited. I tried my best to be ready. You don't know. You don't know how much I actually... Yeah, I actually did a lot to make sure I was here, and you know what I mean? I came through, and I appreciated actually having the interview because we relate so much. And I like the interview because it was organic. You didn't come to me asking for hype. You didn't come for the clickbait. You came to actually find out who I am.
That's it.
I like that. And then that made it, it's like it alleviated into different things. We started touching on relevant things from different aspects, and I think that it was just beautiful. This is one of my favorite interviews, and I felt comfortable. Sometimes I come on and I'm a bit anxious because I don't know how it's gonna go, but you know, your presence made me feel comfortable and I could be myself. It was nice.
That's blessed, man.
Yeah.
It's appreciated. It's appreciated. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to your evening. And let you get back to doing what you do, being a queen in this game, in this scene.
Thank you.
So yeah, man. Thank you for your time. Stay on the line. Stay on the line. I'm gonna say goodbye to the people, and I'm gonna come back and say goodbye to you properly.
Okay.
All right.
Bye,
Cool.
guys. Okay.
Nah, hey, that was crazy. You know when you're just looking at somebody, you're just like, not like this is just motivation for me. I was just motivated, man. I like you lot watching, I know you must be motivated. I'm seeing the fires in the chat. Like, that was crazy. All I can do now is just go back and just listen. I was listening to the EP already. I'm gonna go back to listen to the EP and the freestyles again, because I need that energy. That energy was nuts. But guys, we will be back tomorrow. Wait, let me just rewind. So thank you, Tantrum, Queen, smashed it. We will be back tomorrow for the last interview of the week. Yeah, we got Abby Power. But we might have another special interview on the weekend. If there is, I will let you know. But until then, guys, thank you for locking in. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You need to share this interview. If you heard this interview, you need to share it, because you know what you just heard. So go share it with the people, because boy, nuts levels. Anyway, guys, have a blessed evening. Enjoy the rest of it, and I will see you lot tomorrow, 8 o'clock. You know how we do. Peace.